Okay, what do we got going on this week? Community puzzle. We finished it, apparently. So, heavy metal tournament and emblem going on. Okay, cool. Of course, you solved it last week. Something weird. Hope you enjoy the Chestiny as much as we did creating it. All the players took part in the community. Awesome. This. Oh, so is this the little thing that we covered?
Grief's a funny thing. Some folks get stuck in it, frozen in place. It holds them hostage. And some folks, well, some folks just run. I went far. I had to. I couldn't look at the moon. The way I see it, the farther you run, the less likely you are to get stuck. But this universe tends to stop me in my tracks. One way or another. Something's out there, hero. It's throwing rocks at our window.
Cool. Alright, next week, May the 5th or 6th. We got Edge of Fate reveal. Sweet. Sneak peek. Only 5 more days. Repeat. Okay, join us May 6th, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard, as we reveal not only expansion for Destiny 2, but also the beginning of the New Year content. Tune in to the stream for 15 minutes with your Bungie account to receive this emblem. Okay, heavy metal stuff going on. Bricks and tanks go boom. Stay tuned to socials for updates. That's a cool emblem. The winning team will receive a unique reward inspired by an endgame. Stay tuned for details. Next tweet. Okay. 1 hour between May 9th and May 16th to receive the Mad Dog emblem. That's a cool emblem. Ooh, alrighty. Sandbox preview. So next update 8.2.6 arrives on May 6th, changing a few things to some weapons, exotic armor pieces, and abilities. Consider this like a mid-season update. Okay, let's start with Crucible only prismatic supers. The recent penalty to super cooldown time while on prismatic just feels a bit too strong, so we have walked that back partially to make it more likely prismatic subclasses will get to their supers in longer trials and competitive matches. Reduce prismatic, so 10% to 5%. Okay, decent. Scatter Grenade has been a bit of a power outliner in PvP for a while, so we're bringing it in line. Reduce the Scatter Grenade damage versus players by 15%. That's a big one. Ooh. Nerfed on the... Okay, so on the Prowl, Void Aspect is too strong in PvP, and the utility needs some more limitations to force more deliberate usage. Reduce PvP prey finding range from 45 to 25. And now you can only get it, it's only active 15 seconds in PvP. Okay, that's good change. That's good change. I know. Damn. Damn, that's a good change. Okay, Warlock. Lightning Surge, Arc Aspect, and feel frustrating to play both with and against, as it feels like the damage against players can be highly variable. Okay. Clamp the variability of Lightning Surge damage against players. Slightly increase the minimum damage dealt and reduce the maximum damage. We'll see how that goes. Alright, this is global. Hunter, Withering Blade, Stasis, and Prismatic. This melee was underperforming in PvP and needed a PvE consistency bump. Tracking, strength increased, and damage increased. Okay. We'll see. That might be a new... Yeah. We'll see how much... See how that works out. All throwing knives melee. Thanks to player feedback, we've identified an issue that was causing the hunter's throwing knife melees to track targets inconsistently. On top of that, we further improved the tracking of lightweight knife and fan of knives to make them more of an attractive option. Fix the issue where throwing knives were not tracking correctly. They should now track more consistently. Lightweight knife, solar melee. Increase the tracking shape size by 10% and increase the tracking strength by 20%. I might do some pre and post testing for this stuff. Fan of knives, solar and prismatic melee increase the tracking shape by 15. We'll see how this pans out. On the prowl, void aspect. On the prowl, assassinations now provide an instant bump of ability energy instead of doing it over time. This makes eliminating a target more immediately satisfying and makes it easier for looping in PvE. Reduce the prey finding cooldown from 0.5 to 0.1. Ability energy is now granted instantly instead of over time. Lightning Surge arc. Significantly increase the follow-up melee suppression time after Lightning Surge to match shoulder charge and some other abilities. Yeah. Interesting. When looking at high skill lobbies, the most recent nerf to 450 pulse rifle damage rhetorics has fallen more in line with terms of effectiveness. While usage still remains high, it is generally in line, whereas Rose and aggressive hand cannons have been near their peaks, as shown in the charts below. Okay, however, in our middle and lower skill lobbies, rhetorics continues to be an issue. We believe the problem is twofold: the lack of competition from auto rifles and pulse rifles in terms of forgiving mid-range options, and the legacy frame offering slightly too much for the jack of all trades playstyle. Similarly, our solution will be two parts: reduce the ADS range of legacy frame pulse rifles to match the damage fall off scale currently used for high impact, and buff a handful of other weapons: rapid fire pulses, high impacts, and precision autos. Heavy burst hand cannons. Heavy burst? Ooh, that might be nice. Provide more competition in our mid-range engagements. Okay, so let's see, what are they doing? The legacy frame origin trait now reduces ADS damage fall off scalar by 0.1. This reduces battler and E-Stock's ADS damage fall off scalars from 1.7 to 1.6, matching high impact pulses. Rhetoric, or increase the BXR battler's airborne effectiveness. Okay. Bunch of fucking pictures. We'll see how it feels when all this goes live. Rapid fires. We wanted to bring another pulse rifle family up with the lightweights in terms of forgiveness without buffing their optimal time to kill. Rapid fires were the prime candidate. Increase base damage by 0.5. Increase precision by 0.2. Heavy burst. We initially released heavy burst hand cannons. We were concerned about their faster time to kill, and increased forgiveness would be too strong when paired with a longer range profile. Data for practice, this is not proven to be the case, so we are increasing their damage fall off scalar. This damage fall off scalar 1.5 to 1.6. Again, we'll see what this means. Adaptive. Judgment will be returning during Rite of the Nine. You're taking this opportunity just stats to be more other adaptive. Magazine size 9 to 11. Reload. Autos. This is a decent. Reach this. High impact auto rifles are base damage by 4%. The crits, that's pretty good. Might be pretty good. Whatever's okay, and then precision's getting a slight 3%. Okay, so keep an eye on auto rifles next season. Submachine guns also getting a little buff. Adaptive, so Miramago. I think Miramago. Thing. Heavy burst slug. Heavy burst is not enough compared to normal slug shotguns to make with the additional control required to utilize them effectively. There's a heavy burst slug in the game. But weapon perks. This perk often runs counter to expected behavior in the Crucible, so we split the buff into 2 separate stacks. Allowed the first to activate 1 second outside of combat, and of the bonus, and the second. Alacrity. While incredibly strong when active, Alacrity has near 0 uptime in non-trials Crucible playlists, so we wanted to give some additional utility. We believe this will make it one of the strongest Origin perks Crucible in the game and should help better position weapons from trials players alongside the playlist offering. Now activates at reduced effectiveness whenever a teammate dies. Reaches maximum effectiveness when 2 or more teammates are currently. That's good. Okay, this is good. Alacrity's back on the table, boys, which means fucking Exalted Truth and Solar Hand Cannon. It's not. I can't think right now, but those are both gonna be top tier, like fucking crazy options. Lord of Wolves. Lord of Wolves has been an absolute beast in the realm of PvE for many months. Both Atheon and Templar have been shaking in their proverbial boots. Okay, so they're reducing the hip fire damage by 30%. Fair. Risk Runner, low zoom outlier. We wanted to bring it in line with other options alongside buff. It will be getting a range as part of the adaptive machine guns listed above. We'll see. Truth and Two-Tailed increase the amount of ammo picked up from ammo crates. Crucible from 1 to 2. Truth might be interesting to run, but I don't think I'd ever use it. Creating an ammo brick drained from all the weapon's energy, which prevented the player from creating 2 special ammo bricks when at 100% energy. We've adjusted the cost. Special brick to 50% to allow player to create another special brick if they. Okay, so you can make 2 ammo bricks instead of auger. We've added some quality of life changes that should make using this weapon overall smoother. Increase the duration that the target is painted to match the duration of the turret. Environmental target marker now marks additional targets that enter the zone. Now grants an automatic reload from reserves after deploying turret. That's pretty nice. Reduce the turret's self-damage by 85% and increase the turret's damage by 10%. Okay, so just some nice little buffs there. There it is. Here's the nerf. May 6th. Ah, God. Radiant Dance Machines. The goal of Radiant Dance Machines rework was to introduce a new style of gameplay into PvP centered around aggressive, close-range play with primary weapons. While this has happened in practice, and we have received a large amount of feedback that the playstyle itself is fun to use, we need to make sure that at its peak, it is still in band with other playstyles that exist in high-end gameplay. Unfortunately, due to the differences between the input devices, the current tuning for Radiant Dance Machines continues to remain problematic on mouse and keyboard, while being significantly less effective on controller. This usage reflects this, with Radiant Dance Machines seeing a 45% higher usage on keyboard. Mouse and keyboard already benefits from having significantly higher aim assist, accuracy, and stability while hip firing than controller does. And stacking those benefits with the ones from Radiant Dance Machine is allowing some weapons to perform outside their intended bounds. Long term, we want to investigate moving the two inputs to be more equal. Moving the two inputs to be more equal in terms of hip firing, effective, whatever. They want them to be the same. I don't know. In addition, so that hunters don't have all the hip firing fun, we are going to grant the hip fire range and accuracy benefits for primary weapons to an exotic each on Warlock and Titan, which will now be discussed below. Okay. So they're just like, yo, hunters get to do it. Everybody gets to do it. All right, reduces the bonuses granted to primary weapons when firing from the hip, aligned the hip fire bonuses to range and accuracy with the values granted by the hip fire grip perk instead of the legacy frame intrinsic perk. Okay, so before it was giving legacy frame intrinsic, and now it's going to give you hip fire. So reduce the accuracy bonus for standard weapons by 60%, reduce the aim assist fall off bonus by 60%, further reduce the accuracy bonus for the custom tuned exotic weapons, now including last word, by an additional 25%. Oof. As a note, based on feedback we've received from mouse and keyboard players using the last word with RDM, we are looking into tuning the specific penalties for that input device down a bit in the future to make the weapon more usable without requiring an exotic. Although dodge up time is already lower on RDMs than it is with some other hotter exotics, we want to reduce the class ability refund benefit just a bit in PvP to make it less of a focal point of the exotic. Reduce the amount of energy refunded for defeats against players when you do not have full class ability energy from 33 to 20 to align with its upper tier strategist perk. Okay, so Line Ramparts is getting the oh god, that's gonna be fun. The Radiant Dance Machines perk. That's gonna be fun. With airborne effectiveness. Okay. And then Lunafactions is the one for Warlocks. Decrease the range bonus granted by Empowering Rift by 50% in PvP only to reduce occurrences of extremely long range kills with short range weapons like fusions and slugs. Okay. I think that's a great change. I think it's fair. 3 new rewards coming with 8.2.6. As you know very well by now, we are reprising the Prophecy, Spire of Watcher, and the Ghost of the Deep sets with new perks, additional traits, and a renewed look that includes a hollow foil version for those of you with the soul of a crow. Don't know what that means, but okay. We think you will love the weapons and their perks, so we won't be talking about those here today. Discovering by yourselves what they have to offer will make them a bit more special. That said, we wanted to give you a little tease of what's to come, so how about we reveal the additional weapons coming to Iron Banner, Trials, and Nightfall. So Nature Reclaimed, Solar Lightweight Scout. Let's go into Iron Banner. Gonna have Killing Wind, Outlaw, Heal, Lone, Rapid, Shoot. Desperate Measures. Incandescent. Vision. Yeah, it's pretty mid. I'm gonna be honest. Whatever. Like, well, I'll check it out, but I don't know if I'll love it. Trials, the Inquisitor. Arc Precision Slug Shotgun, of course. We knew this was coming. Envious Assassin, Lone Wolf, Offhand, Loose Change, Slide Shot, Threat Detector, Closing Time, Cascade, Fragile. Ooh, these are some good perks, man. Precision Instrument with Envious. Might be nice. For PvE, and then like Closing Time, Lone Wolf. Sounds nuts. Or Closing Time. Probably like Slide Shot or something like that. Okay, Cruel Mercy. Heavy Arc Heavy Burst Pulse. Omelon, Dragonfly, and Jolting Feedback. Bro, please. Sign me up. Okay. We also get Demolitionist and Adrenaline Junkie, Eddy Current, Fourth Times, Keep Away Lone Wolf, Head Seeker. Lone Wolf Head Seeker might be nice. Kill Clip and Desperado, Lone Wolf Kill Clip. Maybe Dragonfly, Desperado, Kill Clip, Dragonfly, maybe. Nature Reclaimed will be the first available starting May 20th. For the Inquisitor and Cruel Mercy, we are trying something a bit different for the duration of Rite of the Nine and until the Age of Fate launches, while both will be available at the respective vendors. They will also drop as additional awards when you finish a trials match or a Nightfall activity. That also includes their adept counterparts. Trials will be back on May 13th for the first time after update 8.2.6. So winning on a 4-kill win streak will get you the featured reward, Aisha's Care, but also an extra Inquisitor. Go with it. Same thing with Grandmaster Nightfalls. For every Lotus Eater Adept you get on the week of May 6th, you will also get a Cruel Mercy. Oh, so that's coming back next week. Hell yeah. That's a great change, dude. That's fun. Okay, in honor of Acronym Heritage Month, whenever someone makes a $10 donation, you'll get fucking whatever, that emblem. So if you want to do that, go do that. Awesome. Known issues. Ton of known issues. Some community stuff. We hope the teaser unlocked with the outstanding move got you even more excited for the Edge of Fate reveal happening May 6th. That's less than 5 days away. Making puzzles of this magnitude is is a unique challenge with many moving pieces, pun intended, and a lot of planification. Saying that we love to watch you work together to solve it is an understatement. No matter what we put in front of you, the community always finds a way to blow our minds. Thank you all for the passion and effort you put into our games. It is a privilege. Destiny 2 community team. Alrighty. And that is the TWAB, whatever, this week. I think there's some really cool changes here. We'll see how all this feels. I think this Withering Blade is going to be pretty nice. On the Prowl, getting nerfs is going to be pretty... I don't know. I think you're going to feel that a lot. Auto rifles might be something to look out for, as well as these heavy burst hand cannons, but I don't know if that's really enough. Rapid fires may be good, but I think autos, especially this high impact autos, would be... That's probably what I'm going to try out. Alacrity? Getting this is insane. That's going to be a really good perk now. And then the changes to raiding dance machines we're going to feel it for sure. To what degree, I don't know yet. But also the other two classes kind of getting their own version is really awesome. And That'll be interesting. And then Inquisitor coming back. I know a lot of people have been looking forward to this. And then last but not least, Cruel Mercy. I think this might be a nice addition. We'll have to check this out for sure. Other than that, that is your TWID/TWAB. Yeah. Want to watch me go over this live? You can always join me at twitch.tv/GordonRamsby, or I probably said too many dots, but Gordon Ramsby is the name with 2 E's. And we're live pretty much every day. On the weekends, depends on the work schedule, but for the most part, we're live. So yeah. Other than that, we'll see y'all in the next one.